Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 6th of September. So it's non-farm payrolls day, hurrah! Anyway, it's not necessarily the best thing for trading in the mornings is the non-farm payrolls day. Often, if we don't see something really quickly that's setting up and running, it's the patience game till 1:30, and then hopefully you can get a trade around that sort of time. But let's just have a recap of yesterday's data first. And we had UK construction data came out slightly less than expected. It wasn't a big mover for the pound there. But more importantly, it's regardless of it being a great gauge or not, the ADP non-farms came out less than expected here at 99 versus 144. Anything less than 200 is the employment rates are changing a lot quicker than they would like. So unemployment claims here at 227,000 versus it wasn't a particularly bad number there. It's less than expected, but it's really this employment change is what everyone's looking at there today. Though there's a few numbers there within the non-farms, in particularly the average hours. Employment rates becoming a bigger thing, so the employment change will be a bit more in focus today than it has been in previous months. Now there is certainly looking at the data in terms of the futures, and it looks like there's a lot of people pricing in a double cut this coming September the 18th. So just beware, we could see a bigger move, a 0.5% cut instead of a 0.25% cut, and this is why we're seeing the dollar it's being priced into the dollar at the moment on that basis. So anyway, there's the technicals, there's the fundamentals. Let's look at the technicals. That's what I meant to say. So starting off with the euro dollar, let's look at on a daily basis. Well, we're in our bounce situation now. So at the moment, it's looking pretty bullish. Anything that could put a halt to this is good US data this afternoon. So that's the sort of the downside. Oh goodness gracious, it's alright. I was doing some stuff, messing around on this. Really messing around on it yesterday. Looking at where we are with the price action here, it picked up well yesterday afternoon there eventually, and it's got back in. It is having these quite big retracements from the previous low there. It retraced most of the way, so you've got to be a bit careful on this. I expect some whip potentially on the non-farms later. It's a regular bit of price action unless something is so clear cut. So we could well get some whip. So traders beware. Not anything setting up for me at the moment on this. It's just working upwards. Do I buy it at this point because I'm bullish on the euro dollar against the US at the moment? Not really. It's not a good place to buy into a previous high. So patience needed. The pound, again, I'm bullish on the pound. It's continuing running through as it again, the flag is it finally cracks properly, and we've seen higher lows come through. I sat there for ages yesterday waiting for this to break through, and it did it after 6 o'clock. So when I wasn't there, but it is doing it. But it's, if you look at the price action here, there you go. I was looking actually at the R1. It would be triggering, and I would be in if I'd left a buy stop there, but I decided against it before this buy actually happened. What time was that? No, it was before then. Oh, it's back here. That's why I decided against it. It was back here around about 3ish. It started pulling back again, and I just thought I'm not leaving the buy stop there. Might be wrong not to, and this could push up further, but there is the big risk, as I say, at non-farms later. But it's just broken its near-term high. This could get a continuation through. Maybe I prefer it slightly to the yen, to the euro at the moment. Talking of the yen's been moving well. It's continuing down this morning. The US dollar is down against the yen. I should say the yen strengthening here, lower highs again running through. This week's been a good week for the yen overall. Solid movement. Yesterday was a really ugly, choppy day. The data coming out there, giving a boost to the dollar momentarily, and then flattened on the news. So, well, again, it's a bit like yesterday. I was looking at this, just couldn't get into a trade. It would have triggered the lows between the previous movements, but then you've got key news coming out, which didn't make it a good trade anyway. But that would have taken everything out. So just staying out of the market has been more profitable than trying to trade it, I think, this week. Aussie dollar. Don't know. You let me know how your trading experience has been this week. I've not taken a single trade, and there's a couple, as I say. I was looking at the pound yesterday afternoon. I thought, right, that might go now, and it didn't. There's a couple I've potentially missed. Anyway, Aussie dollar. It's slower. It's pulling back here, but it's still to me a bit of the weakest link. It is trying. I mean, yesterday it just chopped all over the place most of the day there. Anything can happen with non-farms. This isn't a convincing market at the moment for me to be trading, so I'll leave it alone. US dollar CAD, on the other hand, the CAD is moving. It was a small old day yesterday, and really wouldn't have triggered too much. It already broken down here, and for most of the day there it went sideward. So it was an ugly day. We were looking in the morning at the potential of it breaking these lows here. Well, it never happened. Didn't happen there. 9 o'clock came. I was looking at it into 10 o'clock thinking, well, if it rolls over and as soon, well, 10 o'clock came. It's actually 9:30. We started seeing it pull back a little bit. Anyway, off it's gone again here. Strengthening the CAD, but we have got the CAD non-farms as well today, so we've got both the US and the CAD. This could take a double whammy, so if there's some poor data came out on the CAD and some good on the US, it could push it massively one way or the other, obviously, or we could get one do well, one not do so well. It could be massive risk there on the CAD this afternoon. New Zealand dollar, little bit better than the Aussies playing out at the moment, but it's still very similar in terms of this price action. It's not, I say it's not, neither the Aussie nor the Euro have pushed up quite as well as the Euro. Hang on a minute, I'll start that again. The New Zealand dollar and the Aussie haven't pushed up as well as the Euro and the pound. That's what I was trying to say there. We're on the underside of the 50 MA here, and it's soft, but again, data later might get that moving. US dollar Swissy, well, when the dollar's being sold, the Swissy often gains. It's one of the gaining currencies, particularly if it's uncertainty. The Swissy and the yen really benefit the most, and then the euro. But we're certainly seeing this running back down towards its previous month's lows here at the moment. This week again, just like the yen, it's been a pretty good week for the Swissy, although the Swiss National Bank wouldn't necessarily agree. They want a weaker Swissy, not a stronger one, but this is pushing back down towards that S3 level on the yearly. So it's coming right off, sorry, quarterly, coming right off there. Again, very dodgy markets with the key news coming out like this. You could be right but wrong, basically. If you'd shorted out yesterday, that did get quite a nice move about 1 o'clock, and the Swissy, so you're thinking you're off to the races, and the key news comes out, and bang, you're out of the races, and you've got a loser. So just beware. We just got to wait for this news. This could happen again today. It's looking all nice for the further downside. I don't want to be selling into what is very close to a key low here, and it's at a low at the moment. So need to be patient on these markets overall. Same picture right away across. The crosses, obviously we could look at a few of those that might work out. I'm going to do that in the trading room in a short while. Gold picking up, and as I said yesterday, gold generally picks up if the dollar weakens. We see stronger gold, and this looks like it could be coming back up to challenge those previous highs, but be careful, don't get too excited on it. Oil, we had a bit of a recovery on oil, a minor recovery here. I was just looking, it was looking better at one stage than another yesterday when I was looking. Had picked back all the way back up there in the evening even. It was afternoon. Let's put it on there. There we go. Picked up on the 3 o'clock there, but really messy. It's not breaking down the way I'd like it to be breaking down. I'm looking on this. It's still looking at lower highs, lower lows. Still waiting to see if we get a breakdown. But for me, I like to trade it in the afternoon, so we'll see what happens. I'll be waiting for the news to come out first, because even their oil prices, the price of the dollar or the value of the dollar can seriously be affected and shown in the oil price. Right, S&Ps briefly. Let's just look at one of the US markets still riding its way down. Still uncertainty. The big techs still being the sort of main problem there. So still seeing a correction there. The DAX close to home then. And well, yesterday the DAX held up a little bit better, but it's got this consolidation phase it's running through now, where it has run through the last day or so on the 4 hours there, and it's well, it's a bit of a channel really. So if we could get a break of the lows there, well, I'd see a continuation. Don't particularly like it when it's pulled back like this and it's bobbling along near the lows, because I think it's just showing a weaker market. So don't particularly like the upside. The downside there has got the potential for me. Likewise, the FTSE's following suit really. Same old consolidation here. It's looking a little bit softer at the moment. It's just hitting 8 o'clock as I'm recording this, and it's just coming off a little bit at the moment. It's got to be careful with these fast movements just post the time. But it does look a bit on the soft side for what we're seeing here as well. So both the DAX and the FTSE looking soft. Okay, that's pretty much it today. So in summary, there is potential. I'd like the long side of the euro or the pound, but I can't really safely get into them too much prior to the news coming out. So most likely with the volumes etc, we'll look at the euro more so than the pound for a trading pair. I just prefer it. It's got the biggest volume later. We'll see what the news comes out like. Okay, I'll leave you there. I wish you a great day's trading. Trade safely. You don't have to be in the markets this morning if you can't see anything nice and clean. As I said, a lot of these, you know, seeing the euro at the moment, just okay, it's a couple of minutes in, but it's already pulling back a little bit near its double top that it's just made, near-term double top. Okay, you just step carefully, wait, be patient. Have a good day. Bye for now.